Namaste, and welcome to Meri Kahan with Rishi and Kunjita. Over the last few episodes, we've had the chance to meet with several couples from across the world, and we've had a chance to listen to these couples about their story, about their journey, उनकी कहानी, एक मौका मिला सुनने के लिए, and I had a lot of fun. I feel like we've learned so much about them.
Yeah, a lot about them, and I think we've learned a lot about ourselves. I mean, we've only been married, like we said, for a little less than 2 years, and it's been exciting to kind of gather some of the techniques and some of the lessons learned that the other couples have had, and for us to be able to take that back. So I hope as viewers, you guys are enjoying too and learning a lot about how the chemistries work between two different couples. And I think this is a really special episode, with it being one of our last ones for at least the Valentine episodes. And so we're super excited to invite with us two couples today.
Yeah, so today we're going to meet Swati and her husband Prashant, and Gautami and her husband Prem. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah.
No,
sorry, go ahead.
How are you guys doing? Both of you look really good together.
Thank you. No, I mean, वो इतनी अच्छी दिख रही है तो मैं वही सोच रहा था थोड़ा level थोड़ा up करना पड़ेगा ना.
You people are setting high goals for all the couples.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly though, I feel like every couple is so different, and just like human beings have their pros and cons, and but as couples, we bring out kind of untapped personality traits that were kind of unexplored before, and then I feel like both individuals, they bring something out of the other, and I feel like every couple that we've met, and we're gonna meet you guys today too, and I feel like every couple just kind of gives the other couple a run for their money. Because I feel like something special about every couple.
Yeah, and everybody has like their own little masala and their own little love story. So we're super excited to hear about your guys' love story. So we'll start with Swati, and if you guys can introduce yourselves and tell us and the viewers a little something about your guys' story, how you guys met, and then we'll go to Gautami.
Yeah.
That's nice. It can be like a long story, it can be a short story, but yeah, it was an arranged marriage, to be honest, and for me, I just finished my master's, and I just got out of my master's from UK, and then my parents were like, just come down, we just wanted, they showered me so much love, and they was like, just come down, and I said, no, I want to work and things. They said, no, you can come down to India and work. And the moment I just reached India, they were like, it was like, okay, now next is marriage. I said, no, I want to work.
Yeah.
And then even before I met my relatives, all my mom's friends and everyone had oh yeah, we are already finding you a groom. And I didn't even knew that you told me to come down so I can work and do things like that. And at one point I was like, no, they kind of saw many, so many guys. I was like, no, I just only had no in my head. They said I have to work. So I actually went down to Bangalore to my aunt's home to work, and even there, every day we used to have call, me and my relatives, and they say, no, you have to get married. You have to get married. So it was my family kind of my uncle believes in horoscope and things like that. He said, no, this year you need to get married. And that was the funny part. I said no to so many, not so many, maybe just a plain no without even seeing at them. And then my mom was like, no way, his granddad actually contacted my mom through the matrimony site, and they were like, okay, let's set up a meeting on, I think on WhatsApp, I guess on WhatsApp video or some Skype. I think Skype. I think it was Skype. Either the one we were on a video call. All I asked him first, I just saw him. I didn't even know, I didn't even look at him. All I asked him first was, can I just do a job in US? All my head was not marriage. All it was, I want to be independent. I just want to, kind of go for work and things like that. I don't know, but actually it was a no. I said, I don't want to get married. Then I think you should continue. He's frustrated to a point.
I think once we, like she said, once we met and we had a video chat, And that was our first chat. And I think she told us that since it was a first call, we had some time to say yes or no. So after that, so I right away said okay, she's like okay for me, so I'm okay with that. So I told my mom that you can go and proceed. And then I think she didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. The problem was they were about to come down to see me, and he was in his like last day of his vacation. He came for vacation actually, and he was about to cancel all his vacation and things like that. And he was like, okay, let me ask my office like people, like so like my manager. And there was actually, I called back. I told my mom, I don't want to get married. I just want to go for work. So I think they called back to his parents. My dad is like super supportive. My mom is super supportive. But for some reason, like my uncle and my grandmom really wanted me to get married at one point. So they were like, my dad was like, if she doesn't like, just leave it. And they actually called him and told, like, she doesn't like the proposal.
So it was so she told like no, she was not interested. They told us, and then I right away left for America. Like no.
Yeah, he always says I got so frustrated. And he actually left the next day, and it was almost a month. Like I think he kept saying no to a lot of girls or something, and all of a sudden his mom kind of contacted my mom and said that.
I mean, if you guys are still interested, you can think about it.
Yeah, if you guys are still interested, and that's what his mom said. He's like kind of saying no to a lot of girls. So I think if you guys still get interested or something, and my mom was like, it is such a good family and things like that. I don't know. Maybe it's destiny. I didn't even just expect anything. I didn't say. I was like, okay, just go ahead and just do whatever you guys want to. Just say a yes and do whatever you guys want to. So I was in that point of moment, just like, okay, just say yes. And then I think like that's how we kind of said yes to each other.
I mean, that's an incredible story. You guys mentioned that you were on this video call, and that was the first time that you ever spoke. Like, how was that conversation, and how did it go? What were some, kind of things that you want to share with us, that you guys said to one another? And, what was kind of like this, when you got off the call, was there kind of one thing you're like, if you're Prashant, I really like this about Swati, or, vice versa, for Swati, like, I really like this about Prashant. Like, tell us about that video call.
I think he can tell that more, because that's why I said when I had only one thing in my mind is that, can I work after marriage? Can I be independent like me? I should be me. I don't want to change for anyone. So that's the only thing that came into my mind. So at that point, I was not ready for the marriage, to be honest. So I think he can answer that well, because he was like, they were into that process of looking for girls and things. So I think he can answer better.
Yeah, so I think once we got engaged, and there was an engagement ceremony which happened, and after that I came back here, and she was still in India, and then we spoke over Skype. Yeah, I think that Skype over a couple of times, maybe. So between engagement and marriage, we had like only 4 months, so we didn't get a chance to talk more about our stuff and everything. But we do meet, we did meet every
like, how did you feel the first time that you?
Yeah, I think when I spoke to her, I kind of liked her, because the reason is she is, one thing is she is very independent. I like independent women. I don't want women to depend on men. That's I don't like that culture or that mentality of women.
Yeah.
So that is something I liked in her. She's very independent, and she also, at the same time, I felt she's very close to her parents. She kind of worship or something. She worship in the sense she likes a lot. Whatever they say, she listens, and she also argues, but she listens a lot of stuff from her.
There's just kind of like that high level of respect that you have for your parents.
Yeah, high level of respect she has for her parents. Yeah. So that is something which was very contrast, from an independent woman, who makes her own decisions, and at the same time she likes to listen to other, her parents and other people also to hear their stuff. So that is something I like to. So that basically told me, okay, she's a girl for me.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, like those are positive things. Like if for you to say that about your wife, my wife is, a strong, independent person, a strong woman, and I'm sure that's something you can relate to.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's encouraging, especially for a woman, to have a husband who's so supportive and encouraging that their wife is, independent and is proud that their wife is independent. I think that means a lot. And so I know, just like Swati, I know Rishi is super supportive and, embraces my independence as well. And I embrace his independency as well. There's always times where we want to do things together, but then there's times where he wants to do his own thing and I want to do, my own thing. Or
हफ्ते में एक बार तो झगड़ा हो जाता है. But healthy झगड़ा. Yeah.
It's always a healthy
No, to be honest, that's what like every woman needs, like, someone who can support. So that's what, like, when I was said yes, that after the call, first no and then yes. Then when I started speaking, and then I understood, like, first I thought he was like an old school person, that, like kind of old school thoughts and stuff. But somewhere in my mind, I thought, okay, he's been in US and seen things. But when I saw him first, that's what I thought. And then when I started to talk, and he was like, okay, you can do anything you want to. That's what I asked, because I started asking him. I think I remember asking him the first thing that, what do you think, like, how women should dress up and things like that? And he was like, it's okay, you can do anything as long you feel comfortable, you feel confident, I'm okay with it. I was like, okay, so this person is like completely fine with it. And that's where things start, like, from your dressing. And then he was like, you do whatever you want to learn, you want to explore, you do whatever you want to. So that's when I felt like, okay, yes, this person is like not an old school person. He's kind of very open-minded, broad-minded. And yes, that's how I felt afterwards.
Yeah,
no, definitely.
And that means a lot. I mean, I think that just shows the amount of love that you guys have for each other and how much love he has for you as well, So I think that's something that, a lot of people cherish, and that's really special, and that's what created your guys' bond, and that's how you guys got stronger as a couple. So that's really amazing. I like that story. That's such a great story. I mean, the way you guys met from strangers to becoming so close and getting married, that's definitely tells a lot right there.
Yeah. No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, आपकी कहानी सुन के, it's interesting, and it's how you guys met. It's Hindi movie से कोई कम तो नहीं है.
Exactly.
And how it started off. So, but so we wanted to also meet our next couple, Gautami and her husband Prem. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, hi, good.
Hi,
how are you?
Good. So how did you guys meet? What's your love story?
Our story. He is Mr. Prem Bhaskaran. I can introduce him as the world's best husband. Very understanding, cool, and he knows how to deal with everything. And another thing I can say, I'm lucky.
I'm knowing myself now. Okay, she's Gautami, and she's kind of a person like inspiring others, having a great family. She knows how to maintain the family, kind of a girl.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a dream girl, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, those are, so many positive things to say, like when Gautami started off, like it was kind of immediately with sincere and utmost praise, for your husband to say, you're the best husband in the world. And, and for it to come out genuinely like that, I feel like that's incredible for you to feel that way about your husband and, how you feel about your wife. So like, apni story ke baare mein hame thoda bataiye, it's, how you met and, what was the first conversation like?
Yeah, it's like our story is like complete credits goes to Shadi.com.
Yeah.
Because we found each other there. And on July 6th, 2018, he has texted me first time, like, are you interested? And the second thing he texted me is like, I am from Tamil Nadu.
Are you okay to continue with some of the people around? Just to make sure about that.
I was like, no, my people won't agree. I can't continue. I'm sorry. So after a week, he texted me back. Are you just make a just think about it. He texted me, and that's all where this started. And I was like, okay. Then he started telling me like, I just need a point of connection with my family. That's it. So I was like thinking about the language and all. But there came a point of connection that he is like his ancestors were from Andhra, but these people got migrated years back to Tamil Nadu and got settled. So I got a point there, and then I just initiated. I spoke to him. We took time of 1 week again to think, to understand. So
all this happened with the thought that okay, this guy is some guy, some girl. Is it true or someone fake?
Because
we don't know that, but
in
still
my family, no one got married through matrimony or shadi.com, or no got married to a person who works in United States or other countries. So I was like, oh, he's some ex guy. Until I meet him, I shouldn't believe or trust him.
Yes.
So it went on. She introduced me to her mom, and her dad wants to meet me, talk to me. So I did made a decision. Okay, so until even I'll feel the same thing. So not seeing someone, we don't know who is it, who is she. So I just want to make sure that I'm a trustworthy person. She can trust me. So we made a plan. Okay, I'll come to India. We'll meet, and then we'll decide about that.
So he has come to Visakhapatnam, my native, on August 26th. And until he has arrived, I don't have any trust. I was like, okay, some guy is playing games. I thought like that.
Even in the flight, I called her. So she was thinking, oh, this flight has internet.
I don't have any idea that people can call from flight. I don't know. I really don't know. I was like totally confused. Why this guy is telling that he's coming all over from United States and he's telling that I'm calling you from flight and all. I thought that he is like playing games and all. And I was just, okay, let him come. My father was asking me, is he coming? Is he arriving? I told until he comes, let's wait. Then next day morning, I got a call like, okay, I have come to Visakhapatnam. So can we meet before I meet? We meet our parents. So he then that's all we met, and I was like
the first look was like okay, nothing in the mind. We just met, spoke few words. We don't know how to react to that situation. It's the first time.
Yeah.
Then it moved on. So next evening we were planning to I was planning to meet her dad.
And this is the first time I think so we revealed that we met before he met my parents.
Okay.
So,
so what was your first impression when you met her?
I don't know how to explain that. It was like new to me. I don't know. It's a different thing. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you guys had to, pick, before you got married, from the point that you met to the point that you got married, like, like, if you had to pick, like, what's the best thing that you like about one another, and what kind of gravitated you towards that person, and you're like, you know what, I need to marry this person. This is the best person I've ever met, and this is the best person I'm ever going to meet in my life. And what made you decide about that person? What about that person made you decide that, this is the person I want to get married to?
It's means I don't know whether it will work out in every situation or for every person. I don't know.
Yeah.
But soon after seeing his smile, I was like, okay, this smile is enough for me. I didn't even think about anything else. He was like smiling, and I was thinking, oh, this is the guy whom I'm looking for. Later, I started talking to him. Then he was like, he never spoke to me properly before marriage.
Yeah.
Seriously, he was like, okay. He used to be like really in a long distance. So I was like confused. What is this? After waiting for many years and after rejecting many proposals, I have selected this guy, and this guy is not talking to me. For every question, only one answer he used to tell, like, see after marriage. See after marriage. That's it. I was like, okay, God, you somewhat we made, somewhat parents has agreed. No communication gap between parents, and they are happy. Let's say what will happen in my destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after marriage, this is second year. Yesterday is my second anniversary.
Oh wow!
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I can strongly say in these 2 years, never we had a day left without talking each other or without expressing our love towards each other.
And now he doesn't just say the one word. Shadi ke baad dekh lenge. I'll show you after we're ready.
He's showing me actually that line meaning. He's like showing me each and every day. My happiness is like growing, growing, growing. I wish this happens. This will be
That's so special.
Yeah. No, I mean we can relate. We've been married for almost 2 years now, so I mean we're kind of in the similar boat, and I feel like I was never that person who was just kind of short on words, and I that's one thing I kind of admire about Brain. That sense, something about someone where they can capture their audience in a few amount of words, and obviously he's opened up because he after we got married, we're more comfortable with each other, so he's going to show his full personality. But my personality, it's sometimes when my words came across in the early part of our relationship, it was intention, it was good intentions, but it didn't have a positive effect when she listened to it. And I feel like through the first couple of years of our marriage, sitting in front of you, I feel like we're at the healthiest part of our relationship, and we met each other back in like 2009.
10 years ago.
So,
11 years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, go ahead.
So the one thing I liked about her doing before we after Charlie, right? I mean, we were talking for some time. So one thing I noticed about her is like she kind of a motherly nature. Like she used to take care of me so well. The way, even in the text or even the phone, even the video call, whatever